guys, welcome to the first day of the reading rush. It's currently, focus, okay. Yeah, it's 7 a.m. I bet nobody's waking up this early to eat some breakfast. Waffles, wolfies, whatever you want to call them. Yeah. So, yeah, that's the beginning of the vlog. I'll see you guys later. Bye. So, it's officially 7 a.m. right now, and I am gonna eat my waffles, and read this. And I just realized this is the first book I touched today, so this is gonna be also the first book I touch. Yay! So I'm reading The Little Prince right now by a drawing that is of the sea, and that is why that counts as reading outside. And this is like a wall where me and my brother put drawings and paintings on. They're not very good, but there are paintings and we have fun doing them, so why not put them on? But anyway, I was reading Little Prince and there was this line that was, "Where are the people?" The Little Prince finally resumed the conversation. "It's a little lonely in the desert. It's also lonely with people." And so accurate of today's society, even though this was written almost 100 years ago. And that's what I love about classics, is that they can still be relatable and they still tell truths about our society even today. Wow, this is so good. Hey guys, so I just wanted to do a quick update that I finished The Little Prince, and it was very, very weird, just like I was expecting it to be. The movie has added more plot because there are more characters. As I said, there's a girl in there, and there's also a plot of the prince. But anyway, I feel like I want to watch some videos about The Little Prince explained, because I'm still a little bit confused about what everything symbolized, and even if it did symbolize something or if it didn't. So that's what I'm gonna do. But anyway, this was very good and a very good classic. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorite childhood or children's classics, but still quite good, and I recommend it for everyone. So now I'm gonna read some more of Astrophysics for People in a Hurry. I'm already 100 pages in, and this book has 200 pages, so if I read 100 pages today, I might finish 2 books during the same day, the first day of the reading rush, so that will be such a huge success. Hello, I can't take my eyes off the road. One, two, three,
Bring it high.
4. Hi. Now I have to be careful. Hey guys, it's the second day of the reading rush, and I've realized I'm really bad at vlogging. Like, I went to the park yesterday, but I vlogged nothing. And I have been reading. I have actually finished 2 books, but I didn't vlog anything, or I vlogged very little. So I'm very sorry about that. But today is the second day of the Bookstagram challenge, and I also did the first day challenge, and I will insert the picture right here for you to see, but also check out my Instagram. And today is the second day, and I decided to cosplay as Stargirl, because the second challenge is to cosplay as someone. This is my outfit. So as you can see, Stargirl Caraway is from the novel Stargirl by Jerry Spinelli, and she wears very flowery stuff, very weird stuff. And she has 2 pigtails in some scenes of the movie, so I did those. And I wore this flowery headband, and I also wore these very cute earrings and this dress. And I also have a ukulele, so it's gonna be perfect when I take the picture. And I will also insert the picture right here. And yeah. Some loud brag tries to put you down and say your school is great. I tell him right away, what's the matter, buddy? Ain't you heard of my school? It's #1 in the state. So be true to your school. Just like you would to God. Be true to your school. Let your colors fly. Be true to your school. Okay, now we're good. So I need to review and tell you what I have finished, what I thought about the things that I finished, and where I am with my progress at the reading rush, you know? So let's start with a book club book. Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reid. I finished this before the reading rush even started, which I feel very proud of, which means I will be ready for the live show. This was actually very good. It caught me by surprise. I give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars, and I really liked this. I know a lot of people have problems with some of the issues, but they didn't bother me. They were quite entertaining. So to give you an idea what this book is about, there is this very rich family, and the mother has a babysitter for her daughter. The mother is Alex, and the babysitter is named Amira. And the little child that she's taking care of is named Briar. And one day an incident happens, and Alex calls Amira in the middle of the night, maybe like 11 p.m., to take care of Briar and get her out of the house. And Amira does that, and they go to a store that is in a very rich area of the neighborhood where only white people predominantly go, and she gets in trouble with the police, and that's where the whole story kicks off. The characters are very morally gray. They're not black and white. There's not this one good character and this one villain, you know. There's a lot of drama. There are a lot of plot twists for a literary fiction, so it's very plot driven. I love the writing style, and the ending is great. So I highly recommend this if you're looking for a new literary fiction, and if you want to read more authors that are authors of color, and authors of color that are women, which is, of course, something that we all want to do more. So yeah, this was great. And then I finished The Little Prince by Antoine. I'm only gonna say his first name because his name is very hard to pronounce. The Little Prince is a children's classic which was written in the 20th century, and it is amazing. I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. It has a lot of symbolism and allegory about how grown-ups care only about unnecessary things, and only children know how to appreciate the beauties of this world. And it has a lot of quotable lines, a lot of paragraphs or chapters that made me very emotional and touched me a lot. I highly recommend this, not only for children but even for adults. And this fulfilled the challenge of reading a book of a movie I've already seen, and also a book that I read outside, that I read by the window and by the drawing that I have of the sea. And then the last book I finished yesterday was Astrophysics for People in a Hurry by Neil deGrasse Tyson. I didn't read this book because I don't like reading nonfiction, because there's something wrong with it, you know what I mean? This was very interesting. I especially appreciated the chapters about dark matter and dark energy, because those were topics that I knew a little bit about, but not too much. And this widened my horizon about those two topics. And I appreciate what they did, but then there were some chapters that I didn't really care about. So all in all, it was a good experience. I'm glad I read this, but at the same time, there were some parts I didn't care about. But that is fine, that is totally fine. And this fulfilled the challenge of the first book I touch, and also the challenge of reading a genre that I don't read a lot from. So technically, I fulfilled 4 challenges. And right now, I am currently reading Char Gochar by Vivek Shamvek, and I'm on page 32. And it only has a little bit above 100 pages, so I should be able to finish this very quickly. Right now, it has a beautiful writing style. Some things have happened, and I'm intrigued to see where this book is going. So I hope this becomes a new favorite, because money is a topic that I really like to read about and I'm very interested in. So high hopes for this one. So this will fulfill the challenge of reading a book in another continent, which is Asia in this case. So then I'll be able to finish 5 challenges. And then the last book I'm planning to read is The Cabin at the End of the World, which will fulfill 2 challenges. The book that starts with the, and the book that has the color of my birthstone. And if I finish this, which of course I will, and The Cabin, then I will be able to finish the reading. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is the 3 challenges that we have to do in our vlogs. One of them is create a coffee or tea video, which I can't really do because I don't drink coffee, and I hate tea because it always reminds me of being sick, because I always drank tea when I was sick and I had a sore throat. So I will try to do something else, some other drink, but not those 2. The second thing is like recreate a book cover or like cosplay a character of some sort, and I already did that, and the Bookstagram challenges are going well. But the third challenge I want to talk about is talk about your favorite book memory. And I have a lot of book memories, but I'm going to talk about some of them. The first book memory that I want to talk about is this time when I had just finished 3 Comrades, and it was amazing, of course, and I wanted to read something else that was just as good, or that I knew it was going to be good. So I thought about it, what book should I read next? I didn't want to go to the library because the library in my country straight up sucked and didn't have the titles that I wanted. And then when I really thought about it, this was 2018 by the way, I remembered that one of my relatives owned The Book Thief, but translated in Albanian. But it doesn't matter because all the books that I read before were in Albanian. And my mom had already read The Book Thief, but when she read it, I was in 7th grade. So I could have read it, but I thought it was too hard. I thought it was an adult book. But yeah, I remember that one of my relatives had it, and I wanted to call them and go to their house and get it. But that day was a very snowy day, but that didn't stop me from going there. I called, and I never call my relatives because I'm a very introverted person, but I called them and I asked them, do you have The Book Thief? And they said yes, and I said, can I come and get it? And they said yes. And I remember walking in the middle of the snow. It was cold, but not that much. It didn't stop me, and I felt like a book thief myself because I was going to get the book by myself. My parents had no idea what was going on because they were at work. I don't know, but did I have a day off that day? I don't know, something like that. And yeah, I remember walking in the snow, feeling very excited to get the book thief, and I arrived at their house and they gave me the book thief, and I came back to my house. And it was just such a fun time. I remember feeling so excited about it. Other memories that I like are reading Angels and Demons, which was one of my favorite books, and it still is, on my grandparents' yard because they had a house, whereas I lived in an apartment. But like in the spring, summer, when the weather was good, I would used to go to their house and stay in the yard and read. And I just remember plot twist after plot twist and being so excited reading in the yard in the nature. I remember wearing a green cardigan. I remember it so clearly. It was such a good time. That book is perfection. If you want to read something that has a lot of plot twists and will blow your mind completely, read Angels and Demons by Dan Brown. And also just random memories of me reading at the beach. I adore reading at the beach. It's just the nicest thing ever. And yeah, it has a special place in my heart. So those are my book memories. I hope you enjoyed them. and we shall continue reading Gachar Gochar, and I will update you guys soon. Bye!